Our media product uses many forms and conventions of our chosen genre. For example, the video has a storyline related to love and relationships. This is very typical of a folk pop love song. For example, many of Ellie Goulding's music videos follow this convention. Most notably, our cover of Elton John Your Song, which analysed in our preliminary task and used as inspiration as our media product. However, our media product develops upon the conventions used in Ellie Goulding's video. This is because our video shows a performer singing about someone and jumps between the two time sequences. This in contrast to the Your Song video, where all footage is in the past context, whereas our product uses present and past time sequences. One way in which our product challenges forms and conventions is the age of our performers and actors. In the indie folk music videos I have researched by performers such as Luton Faulkner and Ed Sheeran, the performers themselves and the actors in the videos are around mid-20s to early 30s. This, we found, is a typical convention of this genre because of the audiences. The audience of this genre we found through our own research are the same age, and this relates to relatability of the artist. Our product, however, is targeted towards the younger demographic. We found that the 16 to 20s middle-class white demographic were the second biggest listeners. However, they don't have artists and actors to relate to. So targeting this slightly niche market audience commercially gives our video and songs increased success. However, the popularity of the indie folk was seen and commercialised initially with bands such as Fleetwood Mac and extending today with Ellie Goulding, etc. This mass commercialisation of the genre led to the original audience to find other variations combined with the decline of the free-thinking culture. However, the initial demographic believed in preservation of nature and being at one with nature. Therefore, the theme of nature carried through to today.
Our album artwork and magazine front cover puts emphasis on vintage filters and pastel colours. We use these because we found that in our research of the genre that this is a convention of the album cover design and the colours are reflective of the chilled mood of the genre. We started with 3 separate ideas for the album cover, one with a slow shutter shot of lights with a triangle overlay with a title underneath. The second was a slow shutter evening shot of trees with a triangle overlay, and the third was a group photo in an exotic location with a vintage filter and triangle overlay. Our magazine front cover will be 12 by 8 inches, spread to fit a typical magazine. We used a modern spaced out font which is used throughout promotion of the genre, which used filters as we have them on the album cover to give the advert that feel of the album cover. This also reflects the theme of the song and the music video, creating a strong link between the music video and ancillary text.
From our initial audience feedback on our preliminary product, we learnt ways that we could improve so that our main product would be more suited to the audience. For example, for our feedback from our preliminary product, we were told that more varied camera angles and shot types can increase the effectiveness of our main product. So I applied this in the main video by using various shot lengths, including close-ups, long shots, mid-shots, and extreme close-ups. I also used varied angles. From our preliminary audience feedback, we also learned more about what our audience wanted to see. For example, they wanted more of a storyline that was lacking in the preliminary video. They said that this would make the video more relatable. From this feedback, I gave my main product a storyline that was generic and common, as I believe that this would give my video relatability and allow the audience to connect with the song, as the video had a storyline to match. The storyline element of the music video I found to be very niche to my chosen genre. For example, in Ed Sheeran's Lego House video, he uses a story in his video to help portray the message of the song. However, in more mainstream music videos such as One Direction's That's What Makes You Beautiful, the song tells a story. However, the song relies on the band singing on a beach with no effective storyline to match the song. From the audience feedback of our main product, we found ways to improve our music video in the future. One way that we could potentially improve the video is to tighten up the lip sync in places. This is imperative to music video, as it is a very common convention and it's important to the believability of the video and the audience enjoyment. An out of sync lip sync is uncomfortable to watch. In the future, I'd allow myself more time during the editing to ensure that the finished product had a tight lip sync. From my feedback, I also learned that more interesting or more varied mise-en-scène would have made the main product more effective. Much of the feedback I received was that interest in the video was lost, as it lacked wanted mise-en-scène. This again is important for the effectiveness of the music video, as the video should make the viewer want to watch the video more than once. In the future, I would spend more time filming more and more interesting locations for the video, or shoot locations in a better way. However, I did learn that the audience did like the storyline in the video and thought that the concept was good but needed better execution.
While constructing our product, we use various technology. We use the Canon 400D SLR camera to shoot the footage for the interior video. We decided to use this camera instead of a standard video camera, as we had more hands-on experience with this camera. I also use Final Cut Pro and iMovie software to edit and export our final product. We used these two softwares as they were the most effective editors I could use. Also, they are compatible. This means it allowed us to smoothly and effectively move between editing at home and college. This allowed us to be more productive in our production. While constructing our research, we used Quick Surveys, a website that allows you to create and host surveys efficiently. We used this tool to collect audience research data in a way that was accurate and easy to use, so that we could collect as much feedback as possible, as the audience wouldn't be put off by complicated processes and poor access to the survey. This proved to be extremely effective and allowed us to collect a lot of feedback. During the planning of our project, we used an online workspace to write down ideas. This meant that it was easy to edit and change our ideas and plans for the music video. We also used a mind map to initiate ideas and concepts. This was very useful as it allowed us to quickly and easily create concept maps, making the write-up and constructions of our product easier. As the mind maps were digital, I could print various copies of our maps and upload the maps to our online workspace, where they were easily accessible to teachers. In the evaluation stages of our work, we used an organisation tool on our computer to lay out feedback from quick surveys into a table of positive and negatives so that we could clearly see and understand audience feedback to allow us to write up a more effective evaluation as we could see our strengths and weaknesses of our final product.